Senator Nozzolio.
Madam President, on the amendment. Madam President, there are many items in this legislation thrust upon us today that are troublesome, none the least of which is a $500 million sweep of funds from the New York State Power Authority into the general purposes budget of the state. There are many, many items of this action that are troublesome. First and foremost, though, in this time of dire economic consequences, to take that much revenue away from those enterprises that are going to be producing jobs is absolutely foolhardy. Particularly as this sweep takes place, it's going to sweep upstate manufacturing jobs away from New York State. From New York City to Buffalo, in every city in between, Power for Jobs has been an excellent economic development tool, a job development tool. I just have a list here of literally hundreds of businesses that represent tens of thousands of jobs in communities big and small that rely on Power for Jobs in order to continue their operations. We've heard so much about the upstate economy, so much about how there is sensitivity and a renewed sense of awareness of the problems of the upstate economy. Well, I can guarantee my colleagues that if this sweep takes place, it will sweep jobs away from upstate New York. That there are many, many cities impacted, from Cazenovia to Cicero to Oswego, Seneca Falls, my home area, Rochester, Buffalo, all those manufacturing enterprises that rely on a power authority that is a power authority that has integrity, that has wherewithal, that has a program like Power for Jobs, that this places that program in jeopardy. And to do this today without a thorough analysis of the ramifications, and particularly the job development ramifications, will be the result of which will be serious consequences on our upstate economy. This amount of sweep is unprecedented. $300 million plus this year, $200 million plus the next year. It is a sweep that will sweep away all opportunity that Power for Jobs was exemplary in upstate New York and all of New York State. I also want to say we've heard so much rhetoric about global warming, about the need to develop renewable resources, about the need to encourage those developments in New York State. Well, let me say that about 19% of the power generated in New York State is through renewable resources. And 18% of that 18%, almost 95% of the renewables are governed by the Power Authority. What are we doing here by jeopardizing the integrity of that enterprise? Last but not least, what about the governmental enterprise of establishing authorities for a particular purpose? We've heard a lot of rhetoric about the need to reform authorities. I guess this is the way authorities are going to be reformed under this administration and in conspiracy with this legislature. In effect, to sweep away, that's not a reform. Sweep away without notice is adding insult to injury, and not having the ability to analyze the job development impact of this decision is something that the amendment we pro-offer today will hope to prevent.